here in Asia, and particularly in Hong Kong, is to visit our people who are on the ground working in various parishes and ministries and whatever. And also the General Council, which is the 4 members who make up the governing body of Maryknoll, are here, and we're going to have a meeting and then eventually go on to China to visit some of the sites where the early Maryknollers worked, try to, like a pilgrimage in their footsteps.
I see. Yes, but I believe you've been in Hong Kong then for almost this whole period of time as well, the whole 100 years of.
Pretty much. Our co-founder, Father Price, actually arrived here in, I believe, 1917, Brian?
1918.
1918, and
yeah.
died in 1919, right at the beginning of his ministry. Father Price was the first North Carolinian to become a Catholic priest. He was 50 years in ministry in North Carolina and 9 years as a Maryknoller, but he founded, along with Bishop James Anthony Walsh, the Maryknoll Society.
I see. And you and Father Brian, you go back in your careers a long way together.
We do, right. There was a time when Brian, as a student, came up to the novitiate, and I had done my overseas training, so like a seminarian, and I had studied the Swahili language, which is the language of Tanzania and Africa. And he came up, and we had a chance to meet, and then eventually, I guess I was so good at my presentation that Brian chose Africa, and we eventually served together there.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Actually,
I mean, I say that in a way maybe jokingly, but it's true that when we were young guys, we were influenced by the guys who came back. If they were happy, you say, well, that must be a good place to go, you know.
Right.
The guys who came back from Africa were a happy gang. Yeah.
Well, this is a good reunion then for you to get together as well.
Right.
But Father Ed, what do you see as some of the challenges facing Maryknoll and other missionary groups in today's time and ages?
Sure. Well, certainly, if we look at Maryknoll today, I mentioned to you before, Bruce, that Maryknoll has about 440 members. The average age is in their mid 70s, so it's a real challenge to invite, not just to invite young people, but to kind of challenge young people and let them see some of the things that Brian saw when he began his career in Maryknoll.
Right.
You know,
some exciting things.
Exactly. Yeah. And that this is a life that is shared in union with people throughout the world, trying to reach them, touch them, bring them closer to the Lord, bring them, help them in terms of their development and whatever, you know. So, so the lack of younger members is certainly a tremendous challenge now, but that is also what I believe, as well as a problem or a challenge, it's also an opportunity, and hopefully it's an opportunity to invite young people from various places throughout the world to be missioners themselves, to invite other people from America, to young men and women. I know Brian has a program of inviting young teachers who help out in universities and things like that. So we're trying to do different things to accomplish some of the same outreach and mission that Maryknoll has traditionally been about.
We have wonderful missions that you're doing, and a lot of our listeners to our program are actually from the Philippines.